Hello, and welcome to a word of hope for Saturday of the 5th week of Easter. I want to announce today, before I share a few reflections about the scriptures, that we have launched a new website in the province. It's been very much updated and worked on for months and months. So I invite you to go to our website, opcentral.org. You will find a word of hope there every day. You will also find our weekly preaching on Know Before You Go, as well as preaching from all over the province, everything that is being submitted online by our brothers and our ministries throughout the province of St. Albert the Great. We're very happy about it, very excited about it, and I invite you to take a look at it, to see all that's contained there, and to join us in the many ministries of the province in opcentral.org. Today I want to celebrate Saturday of the 5th week of Easter by focusing on Psalm 100, which is the responsorial psalm for this day, with its refrain that says, "Let all the earth cry out to God with joy." Let all the earth cry out to God with joy. When I saw that and when I read the beautiful verses of the psalm, my first thought was to ask you, how's your joy these days? How are you doing with joy? It's been tough, hasn't it been? During all of the weeks of this pandemic, it's been tough sometimes to hold on to our joy and to maintain our joy. And yet I believe that's our responsibility. Our responsibility is to maintain it ourselves, to further it, to propel it, and to make it work on our behalf. I think of way before the pandemic and all the kinds of joy socially that we were able to observe. I think of the times that I've gone to Cubs games when they were winning, and the joy that I felt as we sang "Go Cubs Go" at the end of a win. I think of the joy that I see on all the sports that we used to see on the sports when we watched television. I think of the joy that I've seen in people in their dancing, joy that I see and witness in people that are singing, especially all the creative things that have come out to us through the internet since this pandemic began, the magnificent, joyful renderings that are being given to us in sacred song on the internet. I think of the joy of our families and those families that are able to be together, playing with one another, laughing with one another, singing with one another. You know what I'm talking about. I guess what I want to say today with the responsorial psalm being, "Let all the earth cry out to God with joy," I guess what I want to emphasize is we are responsible for that joy. We are responsible for keeping it up and making it work for us. This pandemic has enough power all on its own. We need to make sure we don't give it more power by caving into some of the gloominess that we might be tempted to cave into. Let's not give it any more power than it already has. I invite you today to name your joy, to embrace your joy, to cling to your joy if you have to celebrate your joy. I invite you to let your joy be your hope. It always starts in God. It comes from God. I ask you to name it and cling to it and be responsible for your hope today through your joy. God bless you.